Hey, good morning. I tried to go live on YouTube. I was going to go direct to YouTube and it just sat there spinning and spinning and spinning for about 4 minutes. And I finally just said, all right, I guess I got to go through StreamYard, which means I had to hurry up and create um, a thumbnail through Canva and all that kind of stuff. So here we are. All right, let's give it a few minutes for people to start popping in. Uh, We'll see how that goes. Hopefully we get some people in here and then we'll talk about our topic for today, which is the infamous padded flat rate envelopes. I gotta put this away because I'm playing with it and I can hear it clicking noises. So we'll put that away so I don't create all this unnecessary noise as I'm fiddling with my hands today because I'm not going to package. I'm just going to talk to you guys today. Good morning, Anissa. Good morning, Laura. Thank you guys for popping in so quickly. I'm going to repeat what I just said because I was talking when nobody was here, but it was really just for the people who watch it in replay. And of course, I got monetization on, so you all have to watch like a 10-second commercial, right? Unless you guys, who has the, is it called YouTube Red still? Where you don't have any commercials. Good morning, Claudia and Jeanette. Wow, Jeanette and Laura together in one place. We got to hook up. All right, people are just saying good morning to each other. And it is snowing this morning. Oh my God, I didn't realize we were getting snow today. It is coming down at a pretty good heavy rate. But guess what I'm getting today? You guys, I'm so excited. I almost didn't go live. Excuse me, because I needed to do some prep for what is arriving at my house today. But a couple weeks ago, I showed you guys the couch I ordered, and it's being delivered today. It wasn't supposed to be delivered until I'm guessing next week because it was in the 20s, and that would be pretty much next week. So yeah, so they came a week early. So they called yesterday. They're like, guess what's in? It's here early. So I'm excited. Jeanette has YouTube Premium. Okay. So I tried to set up a live stream on YouTube. I thought this morning, I'm like, you know what? I didn't schedule this like I never do. And I said, today, I think because I don't really use a lot of the graphics that StreamYard provides. And so all the special things that they have. So I thought, maybe I'm going to just go live on YouTube today. Like go to YouTube and say live. So I was trying to do that. It just spun and spun and spun for a long time. And then finally I said, all right, forget it. Canceled that and had to go to StreamYard, which meant I had to set up a thumbnail because I hadn't even created a thumbnail or anything. So I said, all right, I'll do a thumbnail and get that going. The ladies are in the house today. Might have some lurkers in the background. I was listening to Tommy and Tracy's show this morning while getting ready, and they were talking about YouTube and like who's watching your videos, your viewers and stuff like that. And I thought, I never really look at my statistics because honestly, I'm not all in this to like grow my channel. It's just kind of, you guys are like my hangout people. I did want to look though. I don't even know where to go. Analytics. I think while we wait for a few more people to come in before we start talking about the topic of today. Let's see. Oh my gosh, my estimated revenue is down to $37. Like that is just barely covering StreamYard. When I first got monetized, I was making over $100 a month. But I was doing pre-recorded videos and I don't really do those anymore. $37, isn't that ridiculous? Okay, reach. Actually, let me share this with you guys so you guys can see my screen. Not that you guys probably care, but just to fill some time here for a minute. Hey, good morning, Chicken Toad. So it says your channel got 2,100 views. My subscriber count went up 14, which is actually 33 less than usual. Again, I have not been doing any really pre-recorded except for my travel time chit chat. See, $37 is my estimated revenue, and I've got 1,931 subscribers. So for those who think, oh, doing YouTube, you make all this money, this is just to show you don't. I'd be interested to know the people who do shows like all the time, like what type of revenue they get. I'd be really interested to see that. All right, so let's see what my reach is. I wanted to see, like, where does it show? Oh, maybe here, audience. 241 of you are returning viewers. 1.1 thousand unique ones. That means people come and they're like, see you, lady. We're not coming back. You're an old lady who doesn't wear makeup. All right. This is what, new viewers who returned. See, so people come and watch my live shows and they don't come back. Other channels your audience watches. Not enough eligible audience data to show this report. That's kind of interesting because I know you all watch a lot of other channels and it doesn't show that. So 63% are from the United States. So Claudia, you must be the other 36.4%. When your viewers are on YouTube. See, I think this is where I suffer the most, right? Because I'm going live like right around this period, and look, hardly anybody is around right now. So a lot of for my channel to grow, I would have to have people watch it after the fact, and there's some that watch it after the fact, but not enough to make my channel grow. Although right here's a good time for Wednesdays, right? 8 a.m. Many of your viewers are on YouTube on Wednesdays. Isn't that interesting? I wonder why on Wednesdays, but looking on Mondays, like very few. But most of you guys, it says, are on at 4 o'clock. That might be a good time for me when I do my travel time chit chats to go live. Because yesterday I went live, I put it live at noon because I was noticing that a lot of people drop videos at noon, pre-recorded ones. Okay, subscribers who turned on all notifications typically is between 10 and 30, so that's good. I'm at 19%. And enabled YouTube notifications. Okay, I'm right in the smack dab middle of that. That's good. I'm good. Watch time from subscribers. So most people are subscribed that watch me. 100% are female. That is baloney. That is baloney because we know we have Doyle Warehouse. I probably shouldn't even name names because I'm probably going to be off. But Doyle Warehouse and Drummer, John Jones, Charlie Brown, Tommy Bernard. Philly Picker pops in every now and then, or Philly Flipper. Is he Picker or Flipper? I keep getting messed up. The Thrifting Goomba. I know I'm going to forget some male and I'm going to feel really bad. Oh, we got Tio and Zen. So yeah, so that's not right. 100% are female. And 100% are over 65. Are you guys that old? I think these analytics are wrong. All right, that's what I wanted to look at. So you want to look at my revenue? Here we go. 37 bucks. Let's see if we go back. I'll show you how I started off. Like, let's look at 365 days. Oh, wow. I've made, estimated revenue. Yeah, that's estimated. That's not overall. But you can see over here, back last year, how my revenue, when I got, has it been a year? No, February 14th was when I got monetized. And you could see how, like, I was up here, and then it's just kind of gone down, and now it's, like, really low, really low. So, okay, interesting. Okay, I guess August was my highest month. People like to watch my my canning lids, it must be. I definitely think that when I put in like Amazon FBA, I think that draws some people. And when I first started this channel, one of the things I really wanted to talk about was more like reselling, like 201, like not really 101. Just more of that next level, because there's not a lot of people who talk about the next level of reselling. I would say that Chris from what is it, used to be 10K on the Bay, whatever his channel. So he used to do he kind of sometimes would do that next level talk, but he does a lot of the same videos over and over and over again with a lot of the same info. So I'm not really sure that he's really that next level in the long run for people. Daily refinement. Thank you, Jeanette. All right, so I know I missed some people coming in. Let's see. I saw Holly come in. Good morning, Holly. I didn't put my correct age. I'm old. See, yeah, 58, 52. Now, see, my analytics are so not correct. Mondays I'm busy shipping, so usually don't go on till afternoon. Other days I'm on earlier, but I rarely watch lives on any shows. Okay. See, I got a lot of people come in here and watch me. Not a lot. Like the lot that are watching are doing their shipping or doing something else while I'm doing mine. Excuse me for coughing. Hey, did anybody watch my travel time chit chat all the way from the beginning to the end? The one I put up yesterday. Because I'm almost positive when I recorded that at some point I coughed. And normally when I cough, I do this like motion in the camera to like notify me. So when I'm because a lot of times I'll like fast forward really quick because who wants to sit there and listen to myself talk over again for an hour and a half? So I was sitting there fast forwarding it normally so I can see when I do these motions to like chop out where I cough or sneeze or I don't know, do something embarrassing. Because sometimes it's literally I'm talking and the sun is hitting me just right. And sometimes saliva might like spray out of my mouth because like just droplets sometimes. And I'm like, oh my gosh, did I just see that? So I'll edit that out. But now I don't catch that anymore because I wouldn't know that until I'm watching it. So I don't rewatch myself. And when I was putting those together, because it was like what 4 videos I think into one, and I just lumped them all together and put them up. I didn't even rewatch it. So I'm just wondering if there's any embarrassing moments in there that I should maybe go back and do something with. Um, yeah, so that was the goal of my channel to begin with, was just to kind of talk like that next level. Like we all know the basics of shipping and we all know the basics of listing on eBay and promoting and like all those like little things. I do like the idea of talking about all right, so I tested free shipping and now I'm not doing free shipping. Did I see a drop in sales? Did I see an increase in sales? I've done 1% promoted. I've done trending. I've done what, so kind of talking about those things I think is good. And I do intermingle those topics in with my boxing videos and where I'm packing up orders and stuff like that. But I'm really wondering if I should kind of do some of those standalone because I think that's kind of in some way needed to show the comparison. But all that stuff takes so much time to do, to look at the analytics and prepping. And I was watching the Reseller Mom last week and hey, good morning, Cynthia. And she was saying how she was doing a video on, was it the one on I think it was creating a bundle on Amazon, which is so funny because that's like one of my goals this year is to get back into creating bundles. And so I've been kind of thinking about it, and she popped up with a video, and she's probably one of the only, besides Scott, the bearded picker, the only FBA seller that I watch on a regular basis on YouTube. And so it's so funny that she literally did a video on what I'm like thinking about doing. Again, I should say, thinking about doing again. So I was watching her video, and she was saying how it took her 2 hours to prep just to do this short video that took like 10 or 15 minutes. And it was 2 hours prepping for it. So, I mean, sometimes people don't realize how much time goes into it and editing videos and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so I don't know. Part of me wants to get back into that. And then there's part of me that's just like, whatever. I'm happy with just doing this. So, especially this summer when I probably won't even be doing this because I'm going to be traveling pretty much. I was talking to my sister and actually, I think I may have mentioned it to my mom too yesterday. Stopped by her house and visited with her a little bit. But come April, we're pretty much going to be heading out of town, getting out of this place in April with the RV. And I mean, we'll be coming back here and there. But the majority of the time we're going to be gone. And when we come back, it's, for short visits and then heading back out. And I probably shouldn't be saying that, right? Because people are worried about my house, but my in-laws are here and they literally are like right down the street and they'll be here every day because we have a cat that needs to be fed. But, and I'll probably have family coming and staying here because this is a great place that people like to visit. A lot of times they go to my mom's and there's not a lot of space there. So sometimes they'll come and stay at my place. My brother-in-law is here like all the time. All right, so where was I? Oh yeah, so I'm going to be traveling a lot. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to go live when I'm traveling. Like I don't know what my internet will be like. I don't know. I won't be packing orders. So will I have stuff to talk about? All that kind of stuff. I don't know. And they say that if you have a reselling channel, not to do things outside of reselling on your channel because it brings your viewership down and all that kind of stuff. But I don't honestly. I might just go live anyhow. And if you guys want to watch. If I get 2 viewers, I get 2 viewers. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get away. Like I want to get away so bad now that keep getting snow and it's been so cold for like 3 weeks now. And I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get away. So let's talk about what the topic is on today's show. I just want to remind everybody that my shows on Wednesdays are only an hour long. I'll probably be done at like 10 of 8 or 10 of 9 today because I got my couch being delivered. My mind is going because I hear some noise over there, which I think is my husband. But our couch is being delivered today, and they said anywhere between 9 and 11. So I do want to get upstairs and just make sure everything's all set for the couch being delivered. Claudia says, great plans. Getaway in April with no return date. Love that. Wish we could buy an RV too. Yeah, I'm so lucky. I was talking to my sister who, she works full time, works actually more than one job full time, has a husband who works full time, has 2 adult kids. One still lives at home who's, I think, a junior. No, going to be a junior in college. So he's a sophomore right now, I think. I think he's a sophomore. I don't know, a sophomore or a junior in college. And we're talking about just the cruising right now and how cheap it is to cruise. And I thought, could you imagine if I lived next to a port, have the lifestyle that I have, that I have the flexibility to be able to go and do things all the time, we would probably be cruising more often than what we are now, which is like nothing since January of 2020. So it would be, something I would do. So I'm very, very fortunate that I have the life that I have this flexibility. So yeah, it's great with no return date. Now there are times when we're going to be here, like the whole month of July, we'll be in this area. We're just taking I have a family reunion that's an hour away from here, and we decided to get a campsite for a whole week during that time. Even though the family reunion is just one day, we'll be there for the whole week. But we'll probably be running home. And I honestly, I'm debating on maybe even keeping my turning eBay on and just maybe running home like every 2 days to package up orders or something. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet what I'm gonna do when it comes to eBay. Talk has been talking about actually turning eBay off in the middle of April and not turning it back on probably till September. I'm really seriously thinking about that. We'll see. I don't know. I got all this stuff behind me. What am I going to do with it all? I've got to get rid of it. I need to pare down. That's my goal for this year, is to pare down. All right. So back to the topic of what the title is the USPS padded flat rate envelopes. So much talk was in Facebook groups last week, and maybe it was the week before, about the padded flat rate envelopes aren't available to order on the USPS website. And people were talking about how they're discontinuing them because of the misuse. Everybody was speculation. Rumor went all over. People were doing videos all over the place about how the envelopes aren't available anymore, all this other stuff. And the whole time I'm thinking to myself, it is 2022. 2021, we dealt with another year of a pandemic, huge supply chain issues, huge manufacturing issues because of that supply chain. My daughter is a purchasing agent for a manufacturing company, and she kept saying last year, like, plastic is so in short supply. And their company uses it's a soap company, and they use plastic bottles to put their soap in, the dispensers and everything else. And she's like, we just cannot get the product. And they're like, look, everywhere. This is, we just, even going with other vendors, they just don't have it. And so it doesn't surprise me that something like bubble wrap, which uses plastic in the poly bag, like a padded flat rate. Let me grab one here. Just in case there is somebody new watching, right? This is plastic on the outside. It's not paper. So it doesn't surprise me that there could be a shortage in the production of these. And we all know that the post office itself, the delivery people, the truck drivers, all those have been hit hard with the virus and people getting sick or being exposed. So now they got to stay home, or their kid was exposed. So they got to stay home to watch the child. All these things that are creating these labor shortages. So there's no, I mean, of course, there's times when something like this is going to become out of stock. And that's all it said, was it was just out of stock. You just couldn't order it. It didn't say discontinued or anything like that. So the rumor mill was ridiculous a couple weeks ago, creating all this fear. I actually sent a message to my sister and I said, "Hey, just wanted you to know there's rumors that this is going on." But the whole time I'm like, it's just probably going to be out of stock, because the post office has always been one that makes big announcements when they're making changes. And if they were going to stop making something and stop producing it to give to people, then they would have made a big announcement. So there has been a lot of rumors over the years that there may be a time when we can't get free supplies because the post office is making huge cuts. They're just making so many changes over the last couple years. The timing of it didn't work out well when a pandemic hit, that they got whatever that Joy, is that his name? That gentleman that took over the post office. He is starting to run it like a business. He's making a lot of cuts to try and save the post office because they were financially not doing very well. And what does a company do is they make changes, and sometimes they are drastic changes. So the question I'm wondering for you guys is, if the post office did away with free USPS shipping supplies, the priority mail shipping supplies, would you continue to use them as your primary source of shipping? So if you're watching the replay, I'd love for you to leave a comment down below. Would you continue to use them, or would you look at an alternative source? So for instance, I have padded flat rates from FedEx. I think I ordered from USPS, but I didn't get them. Because there was also talk about how much these just regular flat rates, right? Just your regular, these were going to go up. And I use these a lot of these this year, since I changed over to selling a niche product that fits in these. So for me, I reached out to USPS, not USPS, to UPS and FedEx and online, because I have business accounts with them, and I ordered some of their flat rate envelopes and all that kind of stuff, because the talk was how much these were going to cost, like $10 to ship a non-padded flat rate. If you go to the post office and you pay at the counter, you're going to be paying, I think right even now, because it started January 9th, about $10 to ship one of these. And I thought, I'm not paying $10 to ship this. If I can get it from the FedEx for cheaper, I'm going to go FedEx. So that's what I did. And if I was to lose all of these free shipping supplies, because there is no doubt in my mind, especially when I'm using Pirate Ship, I get UPS rates are almost always cheaper now when I'm doing priority. And I've got to say to myself, all right, if I use UPS, I got to change boxes, and then I have to drive 5 more miles to UPS than the post office. So for me, the ease of using a USPS free box almost always makes that decision for me to pay more and continue, because boxes aren't cheap. So if I had to pay for my own boxes, I probably would go with the cheaper shipping option, which would end up being UPS most of the time. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But those padded flat rate envelopes are now back this week to order on the USPS website. So back to when I was talking about what am I going to do this summer, Claudia did say just do it, have a gigantic sale before April. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about also just pulling out anything that's been a year old and putting it into a garage sale. I wanted to do that last year, but time just kind of got taken from me and I didn't get a chance. But I have too much right now in stock here. I want to narrow this down. So you guys can see what's behind me, but I have this times 2. So on the other side, there's another whole row. And then on this side over here, going this way, not this way, not this way. It's hard to do it on camera, but I got another whole row there. So I'm like, okay, I got 3 more rows, right? So here you see 2. I've got 3 more. And I want to get that down. I never want it to be this big. But how do you pass up a good bargain? So, but I've come to realize not all big bargains are really worth it in the long run. If the sell-through rate or people just aren't buying your stuff, then it's just not worth it. Oh, so sorry. So Anissa said she would probably still use them. So if they got rid of the free supplies, she would still probably use them. Larger items are cheaper now through UPS though. Right, exactly. So that's, when I get it in a big box, a 12 by 12 by 8 box, and then I'm like, oh no, it would be cheaper to ship at UPS. I'm like, oh, now I got to take it out, find a box, put it in that box. And then I'm like, well, if I had to do that every day, use a non-priority mail box, I would run out of boxes and I would end up having to buy boxes. And it's just not, I like the savings that the USPS gives me. Even though we all complain about the prices, well, I don't. Not very often. Sometimes when I calculate and I'm like, $25? That's ridiculous to ship this. Most of the time I don't complain about the prices. I think they're still overall somewhat reasonable. So I'm all right with it. So Jeanette would still use it. Claudia says, honestly, I personally think USPS free supplies are unbelievable. They will certainly end that. I agree with you. Free supplies here ended nearly 20 years ago. Wow. I do believe at some point they are going to end. Absolutely. What I fear is when they announce that they're going to end, because they're probably like, announce they're going to end and then they're going to stop producing them and then get rid of their supply. People are going to be hoarding them like crazy. As soon as they mention they're going to stop them, you better go on and start ordering them, because you probably are not going to be able to get them within a day or two. They'll be all sold out. Unbelievable, the fact that USPS still gives free supplies. I know, and they give such a large variety. Now, I could see them saying we're only going to do like the flat rate ones or something like that. In some ways, wouldn't that be easier? If you're new to shipping, if you're new to selling online and all you had was flat rate boxes to use, that would be so easy for you to be able to figure out calculation and how much to charge. So a lot of people do free shipping, and to sit there and have to weigh something and what box and package and all this to figure out how much do I need to roll in. So being here in New York, if I'm shipping to California, right, that's going to be one of the highest. Well, Hawaii, Guam, Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is actually not that high for me because it's here in the West Coast or East Coast, Alaska, all those type of things. So if you start thinking about rolling it in, if you knew it was always going to cost you $13.95 for a medium flat rate, which I don't even know if that's how much they go for because I almost never use them, but if it was $13.95, let's say, it's easy for you to say, okay, that fits in a medium, I'm going to do $13.95. So that's what I think is such a draw to selling on Poshmark. And now that Poshmark has expanded so many categories, it's not just clothing. If you're just getting started on selling online, doing something like Poshmark, because you do not have to worry about anything but that it's not over 5 pounds. That's it. That's all you have to worry about, because you can put it in any box, any box, any priority box, doesn't matter. Just wrap it up, ship it out. It's easy for somebody getting started. If you are living in a college dorm and you don't have room to have a scale and all this other stuff, you literally can be like, oh, I don't want to wear this dress anymore. Take a picture of it, put it on. You just have a box of free stuff, right? Have one size box. If all you're selling is clothing, just have the like t-shirt size box, or I call it the t-shirt box, but you can fit like a sweatshirt in it. Hey, the thrifting Goomba. I mentioned you earlier today. Were your ears buzzing? Isn't that what it is? Your ears ring? Or is it your hand itches? What is it? Hand itches is what you're going to come into money, they say, I think. But yeah, I was looking at my analytics for YouTube, and it says 100% of my viewers are female. So I was like, I'm pretty sure the thrifting Goomba is a male. And I went through a list of men that I can remember that watch my show. I shouldn't say that because I know I forgot somebody and I know I'm going to be like, oh, I can't believe I forgot that person. Um, don't forget the Virgin Islands. Yes, I shipped there yesterday. It's right. There is the U.S. Virgin Islands. And there's that other island beyond Guam that I didn't know that was part of our like territories or whatever. And I'm like, I wonder if that's still around. Did you guys see that the volcano that took out, is it Tonga? Is that what it's called? The island? And it actually the waves wiped out a whole island. See, Tommy, I knew you identified as other, but chat doesn't even give me that option. Did you see when I was showing the analytics? Because I was listening to your show when you guys were talking about it. I have 100% female that watch me. I'm pulling it back up here on the side. And 100% are 65 and older. Oh no, look at this. Oh my gosh. For those who were watching, look, it changed. So now I got 62% are female and 38. Earlier it said 100% were female. How come nobody says other? I should complain to Google, right? I mean, they're so left leaning. How come they don't say an option of other? And then it said here 100% was 65 and older. See, T.O., I mentioned you, T.O. See, look at the men are popping in, you late sleepers. I shouldn't say that because Tommy probably hasn't gone to bed yet. Okay, so this is interesting. 45 to 54. Honestly, this is kind of my demographic. Well, maybe even the 35 to 35 and above, I would say is probably my demographic. But look how many 25 to 34-year-olds that watch. Wow, that surprises me. Honestly, that surprises me. Because I don't feel like very many are in here chatting at all. And then 55 to 64. And so this is my mother. Right, Ma? I see you came in. Good morning. She's the 5.4% that watch. But yeah, this morning it said it was 100% 65 and 100% were female. I'm like, that's kind of weird. So that's who's watching my channel. I have Shania Twain on my brain now. Do you? What song is she singing? I feel like a woman. That one? I'm still listing, but fading fast. Oh, how many do you list a day, Tommy? That is, I have been so bad with listing. So bad with listing. I didn't even look to see what I have to package today. Let me see what I got. I got 2 eBay. Think I can handle all 2 of those? I don't know. I think I might have 2 yet. 2 Etsy. Let's see if I have a Posh. Oh, so I had to cancel a Poshmark order last night. I sold a LL Bean sports coat. I haven't had that jacket in years. So I'm like, I don't know what's up with that. I can't believe I missed taking that one down. Because it's been a long time. Long time. All right, so I don't have, I actually have a planner I sold on Poshmark, but I don't have that planner. I'm so bad at taking stuff down from Poshmark. I did email them and see if they wanted another one because I have 5 other planners that are exactly the same interior as that one, but I haven't heard back from them. So I'm probably going to end up canceling it today. Oh, and I did cancel my Macari order that I ordered back on January 10th, and the person has not ever shipped the item. So yesterday I got an email from Macari telling me I can go ahead and cancel that if I want. So I did. Hey, good morning, Asit. How are you doing? Hey, where do you live? Are you in the US? I think I probably already asked you that. Because I was surprised to see that, what was it, like 27% don't live in the US that watch my channel. Let's see what I got. I know I have Amazon orders because I kept getting notified. Yeah, I got 3 of them. I got 3 Amazon orders. And one of them, I got to tell you guys, oh no, it wasn't that. I sold something. Was it on Amazon? Well, you guys saw me pack Amazon. What was it, yesterday? I sold something and I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, I know what it is. Hold on. I'm going to show you guys something. All right. I'm selling this on Amazon. This hat. You can get it at TJ Maxx. And it sells for $54.95. Who in God's name is spending $55 for a beanie hat? Just because it has this little horse on the front? I mean, that is crazy. Let's see what the going price is normally for this. So 55 is way up here. I don't think it normally sells for that much. Look at that. At one point it went for 89. So it normally sells for 35. I was lucky enough to get 54. So mine's FBA. How come it's not showing? Oh, so it's right up here, 54. And there's only 4 sellers. Look at all the sellers before Christmas. Or no, it was January 13th. Oh, that's why I'm getting that price. All these people sold out. There were 11, 12, 13. You see this blue line down here? That's how many sellers are on this listing. So 13 people, and now it's down to 4. And here I am sitting at $54.95 is the buy box right now. So sweet. That is I'm getting back into Amazon FBA. I sent out my box. It's arrived, and I actually got some sales. How sweet is that? I sold that, and I sold another beanie for $40 and a hairbrush for $12. That's what I've sold so far on Amazon this week, and that's what just arrived. I don't even think everything is even considered in stock right now. All right, so you're in North Carolina. All right, so you're not from another country. I don't know who's watching from other countries. Or obviously must be watching like the reruns or replays or whatever they're called. My glasses keep falling today. I can't believe my new couch is coming. I'm beyond excited. My husband's really hoping they will take out our old couch and bring it into the garage. My brother's is gonna take that. Let me show you. For those who didn't see my new couch, I'm gonna show you just because I'm so excited for it. All right, first of all, this is my old couch. You see, that's my old couch. So see on the end, they recline, but look at how like they're matted down. That's what happens after like 15 years of use. They're just like padded. The padding is gone, but my brother's going to take it up to his camp. I did list it on Marketplace around here, and somebody laughed at my price. I was asking, I think I listed it originally for $300, and then I dropped it to $250. Because I was like, I don't know how much they go for. Hold on, I'm trying to find my couch. I know, some of you have already seen it. Hey, before I do that, do you think I should go with pink hair? Look, there's me with pink hair. What do you think? There's a side by side. Think I should change my hair to pink? My daughter really wants me to go pink. And one of my husband's friends told him, your wife should color her hair. All right, this is my new couch. Here we go. There's my new couch. So the armrests on the end pop up, and it has storage in them. But if you look way at the front, which you can't really see, but way at the front is actually a USB, and you can charge your phone. Like you just slide your phone into this little slot and it charges. You don't have to plug it in. But it does have a little USB. So if you wanted to take out the USB, you could plug that in. And then the middle will fold down, and up above it has lights. What is that? Oh, it's the that white dot is the light from my webcam. So hey, I'll put the white dot over where I want to show you. So right there are reading lights. right there. But that center console comes down and it has a cup holder, and it's actually really good level for resting my arm on it when my shoulder's bothering me. So that's really cool. And the headrest on the back can go up. So if you're taller and you want to put your head back, you can raise it so it's higher, which is really really cool because I've got well, my brother-in-law's tall and my son is tall. My son's like, I don't know, 6'2", I think, or something like that. So it'll be good for them. They can raise it higher. And then when my sister, who's like 5'3", comes, she can keep it as low as it goes. So I'm kind of excited about that. What is the upkeep with the pink hair? Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably not going to do it. People are like, oh, you should do it. But you're right. Upkeep, I'd have to color my hair all the time. And there's an expense. And then who wants to do that? But it was it was fun. I was playing with the Snapchat filters and they had that. And I was like, okay, that's pretty fun. Let me show you another filter they had. All right, so this one I put up. I think Tio, I think you replied to this one. My daughter thought I should take it down because she thought I looked like I had blackface. And I didn't take it down. I thought it looked more maybe like, I don't know, maybe Puerto Rican or something, but I thought it looked drag queeny. But I left that one. I left it up. Hopefully I didn't offend people because I didn't put up there to do that. But I'm not going to run for public office, so it won't be used against me anytime soon. All right, I got one more I'll show you. Well, actually, I got two more. We'll end your day with a laugh. Oh, actually, I got a few more. So this one, right? I look like Johnny Depp. Right there. And if you guys have Snapchat, you should play with those filters. They're fun. They're fun to do every now and then just to kind of see, I don't know. All right, and then here I am kind of like in an anime form. My husband liked that one. I said, well, I can't become a cartoon character. All right, so that's how I was kind of feeling that day. Like a pig. Which, by the way, speaking of pigs, I stood on the scale 2 days ago with my husband because the scale's down here. And I said, hey, you should stand on that and see how much you weigh. And he goes, oh, I did it yesterday. And he told me. And I said, oh, I'm going to go stand on it because I hadn't stood on it in a couple weeks. And I've lost like another 5 pounds. So I was pretty excited about that. All right. So this is really funny. I said, well, that's what it looks like if I was to get cancer and had chemotherapy and lost all my hair. That's what I would look like. That's kind of different, huh? I don't know. My sister posted her picture and said she looked like my brother, who is kind of balding. Oh, by the way, when my husband was down here, he let me trim his beard. I was able to like trim all these like straggler beard hairs. I was really excited about that. And he has so many that come out right here, like way out. And I was able to go up and trim along the sides. Have you thought about cross-checking what is in your inventory versus what's listed? It might help you with reducing cancellation and update your stock location. Seems like a lot of, yeah, I have actually done that. And that's why with that jacket, I was like, I know I sold that years, like it had to have been more than a year ago. Every time I do inventory, when my inventory is done every January, I then sit down and go through every single platform. Now, last year, I wasn't cross-posting as much as I am this year. This year, most of my cancellations came from, well, first of all, Facebook, because it's just hard. And Poshmark is almost impossible. You cannot search your closet on Poshmark. So if I wanted to find the LL Bean, now big name brands are a little easier because you can sort on the sidebar and I can click on LL Bean, but you have to go on to men's, jackets, then search through all your listings. And I've got like over 1,000 listings on Poshmark. So it's so time consuming taking stuff down. Only because I don't use my cross listing programs the way they're intended to be used. I'm starting to import everything into List Perfectly, because normally what I was doing was I would list it on eBay. I'd go to eBay, I'd click on the List Perfectly button that's on there, and I would say, oh, list this on Poshmark, list this on Etsy, and then I would list it. Now I'm saying list this, so cross post it onto list perfectly, and then from list perfectly, so it's an extra step. And then from list perfectly, I'm saying now cross post this to Poshmark. That way I can go into list perfectly and say, take this down. But I can tell you, I've seen on some Facebook groups where it's not always working for people to delist items when it's sold, and people haven't gone back to double check that it was delisted, and they ended up having to cancel orders because it didn't get delisted. So you can't always rely on that. You still would have to go back and look. Which one of the cancellations I had this week was from Prairie Grit. Well, I set that up back in the beginning of 2019. I have not had a sale on there, and I completely forgot that I even had put stuff on there. But I know you can import from eBay, and I guess I was under the impression it was like Bonanza, that when you sold something, it would take it down. But it obviously doesn't. So I did have to cancel that corral. And then I sent a message to Prairie Grit on Facebook yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, Monday. And I haven't heard back from them because there's no way to put your store on vacation there. And there's no way to just delete your account, cancel your account, take all your stuff off. There's no way to do that. They have a contact us button. You click on it, it says fill out the form below, but there's no form to fill out. So yeah, that website's a joke. So I felt bad for the customer because I don't know how they found it, but yeah. Your new sofa looks like those first class plane seats. It is so comfortable. It like hugs your body just in all the right places. It's really nice. Looks like you were stuck in a tanning bed. I know. It does. Does that recliner also make you dinner and do your taxes? Hey, if it did my taxes, I would have paid double for it. Especially if it did all the paperwork to do my taxes. So, you can hire a CPA to do your taxes, but you still got to get all your paperwork in order to have them do your taxes. I might do that today. When I get my couch, I might just hang out on my couch all day and do my accounting, because I think I'm only caught up to September. Oh my. I don't know which one you're saying that to. Probably the drag queen. Tamara, what are you doing to lose weight? Great job. Hey, thanks. So I think it was in October. I don't remember exactly when I started taking it, but I'm a diabetic, and my doctor prescribed me Trulicity, which is the same as like Ozempic, if you've heard of either of them, because there's commercials on TV all the time for it. He prescribed me Trulicity. Now, they've wanted to put me on that medication in the past, but my mother has had thyroid cancer. And it says that if you have a history of a certain type of thyroid cancer in your family, that you shouldn't go on that medicine. So every time I've mentioned, well, my mom had thyroid cancer, they're like, okay, we're not going to put you on it. And they've tried other drugs. Well, after talking to my doctor, he mentioned it again. And I said, well, just a reminder, my mom has had thyroid cancer. And he's like, well, do you know what type? Because it really depends on what type. And I said, well, her doctor prescribed her with Ozempic like the month before that. And I said, if her doctor prescribed her with it and he knows the precautions, which I don't like her doctor and I don't trust her doctor, because so who knows? But which she's on here and she knows I don't like her doctor. But I said, you know what? I'm willing to take that chance. So I constantly have to just keep checking to make sure that I'm not getting any issues with my thyroid. I don't feel any lumps and stuff like that. So I'm now taking Trulicity. It's an injection once a week. And what I think it does is it slows the digestion in your stomach. And I think that it also somehow changes or does something, so it affects your blood sugar. So it's obviously it's made for diabetics, but the side effect of it is losing weight. So it's great because a lot of diabetics need to lose weight also. I have a friend who's now taking it just for weight loss. She's not a diabetic. So the FDA or whoever it is has approved the use of it for just weight loss. It's very expensive. If you don't have insurance, it's extremely expensive. I have insurance. I just pay $25 a month for it. My baby loves the filters on Duo. She likes being an astronaut in roller coaster ride. I've never heard of Duo. Never heard of that. I'll have to check that out. I like playing with the filters. Um, the other thing with that, with the Trulicity, I don't know if it's done my blood sugar any help or not, because I haven't gone back. I go every 6 months. But what's really nice is it makes me full. So yesterday my husband and I went to lunch. We went and had all you can eat spaghetti, and I only normally eat the one plate that they bring out. He always eats at least two plates, but I only ate like half of the one plate, and that was a lot for me to even eat that half. And I was so full, so full. Um, the other day I had some soup I'd made, and I only ate like half of. I have these like the bowls are like this tall, like this round, so they're not very big bowls, and it's got a handle on it. They're Progresso soup bowls, and I filled it up to eat, and I only ate maybe half a cup to a cup of the soup, and I was like, I can't eat anymore. So my husband took it. So yeah, so I like that I can continue to eat almost the way I've been eating, although I've been trying to cut back on my carbs, and it has definitely helped me lose weight without honestly really even trying. But I did tell my mom yesterday, oh, there she is. Have a nice day. Need to get to work. All right, get some work done. Um, I am fearful though of going if I ever go off it, because it's really working, because it's cutting down my hunger, considerably cutting down my hunger. Wow, Prairie, I know that's a blast from the past. Remember they were trying so hard to get out there. Um, I like the name Prairie Grit in some way, but I don't like the word prairie because it's hard for me to remember how to spell it, because it's this whole like Prairie. Like it's just a tough word, I think, for people to know how to spell. So yeah. Duo is it's the Android version of FaceTime. Okay, yeah, so I wouldn't have that. Well, FaceTime used to have filters. I don't know if they do anymore, but you know what filters is if you're doing the Facebook, you can like watch or yeah, you can do like Facebook Messenger video, and they've got filters. My mother would get so mad. She left, but she's here. She'll chime in. We would do family during the COVID when everything was first closed down. We would get on and play Yahtzee, or we would just chat just to kind of keep interaction and stuff. And we would sit there. My sisters and I would play with the filters, and my mother would get so mad. Oh, that's funny. Do you have your insurance through your husband? I do. My husband was a so he retired from the federal employee. He was a federal employee. He wore a uniform because he was in the military, but he was a full-time guardsman. And for those who don't know, when you see a guardsman and they're in a uniform, it doesn't mean they're on military pay. It's so weird. Even though they're wearing a uniform, a military uniform, they're not military. They're not paid as military. They don't get the benefits of a military. It's so weird. It's so weird how it's set up. Some of them are. So you could go on to like the Michigan National Guard base, and half of the people will be considered federal technicians, even though they look and wearing exact same uniform, have to salute, do all that stuff. And then the other half will be literally getting paid military. They get free medical, free all that stuff, right? All the benefits, free housing, or at least the money for housing, the money for not money for medical, but they get TRICARE and all that. But my husband didn't. We pay for our insurance, and we never got money for housing, all that kind of stuff. And when you're considered military, 20 years and you can get out, you can retire. When you're a federal employee, it's not that way. So he's got federal retirement. And good morning, by the way, Model 101 Series 800. Duo works on the iPhone. Oh, it does. Okay. I've never even heard of that. Well, it is 9:01, folks. So I am going to let you guys go. And oh, by the way, my husband does get TRICARE though when he turns 60. So that is nice. And he'll finally get his military retirement, because he does not have his military retirement yet. Even though he was in the military for 32 years, he doesn't get that until he turns 60. So, but he does get his federal technician retirement. So that's what we live on. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. Oh, and his disability, because he is 100% disabled because he was injured while on military duties orders in Iraq. He's out there on his ATV. I don't know what he's doing. He's supposed to be plowing because we got our couch coming. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. I don't know if the beard is on right now. I'm gonna go over and check for the bearded picker, but then I'm gonna run upstairs because I'm going to get the house ready for the couch coming. I'm so excited. All right, you guys, have a great rest of the week, and I will see you on Monday. All right, see you later. Bye.